So let's dive right into it to see what we're looking at. All right, so Nike, the business segments. What are the segments that brings in the money for Nike? They are 69% footwear and 31% apparel. That's where they stand now. So of course we would assume that they're more of a footwear brand, and that's the case based on their financial results. 69% footwear. Let's look at the revenues here. We have 30 billion in 2015, 51.3 billion in 2024. So strong trend. 1 year of negative growth, but this is a COVID year. So that's something we can kind of ignore. That makes sense. After that year, we see that they bounced back pretty strong from 39 to 44 billion there. Looking at the margins, 46 down to 43 and ending at 44. So pretty solid, consistent gross margin as we would expect from a business like this. So looking at the chart to give us a visual of what we just looked at. Of course, we have this one COVID year here in 2020. So we understand we're not really worried about that year, well, actually 21, and bounce back stronger and continue to grow. Looks like revenues are growing at a slightly faster pace than gross margins, which means they're able to bring in more money and push costs to the customer, but they're not growing in efficiency there. So still both solid trends, revenues growing a little bit more than margins, but overall pretty solid revenue and margin trends there. Let's look at the profit, see if we see the same thing. A little bit worse. We have 2 years of negative growth. Again, we're not really worried about COVID because we understand what happened there. Not a normalized environment, so we're not going to include that in the analysis. 3.2 billion to 5.7. So solid margins, 10%, and you got 11. So margins are pretty consistent. High of about 13% here, low of about 5.3 in 2018, but overall consistent. Let's look at the visual of this as we see. So we don't like these drops, but the thing is when they bounce back pretty strong and well above the previous trend. So it kind of continues along that line. So we're seeing similar things here. We have some highs, a few dips here. It's coming back up. We'll see in 25 if that trend continues and is above that 6 billion mark there. If that's the case, then this company is consistent and growing and pretty much has a cycle when it comes to their profits.